Now we are.
Oh, okay. What is going on, everybody? Frankie here for the Bakersfield Gentleman with my brother Miguel here for the third podcast. Honestly, I honestly thought it was Tuesday because we did a show yesterday and it was a special time.
So thrown off, yeah.
So we ended up doing that special show for Drew Estates, for Cigars and More. It went fantastic, but we will get into that in a little bit. Lots to talk about today. We want to talk about Loki, Season 1, Episode 1. We want to talk about the upcoming PCA, the event we just had yesterday, as well as this cigar that we are going to be smoking today on the show. This is a Sinistro Mr. Red.
Very nice. All right, I guess we got to get into this.
Let's get into it.
Want me to roll that video?
Roll it.
Time to go right now.
I don't know if this is true, but every time I look back on the years, I feel like I wasted my youth. How did I get so cold? How do I wind up every single day going through this life all alone? When am I gonna change? Another day, another month, another year, and still I feel just the same. Help me, I can't shake this feeling away. Help me, I feel like I'm going insane. Help me, I got nowhere to go, I'm afraid. Help me turn this around here today. There's no laughter these days. Far too seldom do I get the chance to even put a smile on my face.
It's hitting like a ton of bricks. I do not know why I'm so tired today.
Yeah, you look tired, bro.
I feel tired. I look and I feel exactly the same.
I will say I'm a little bit out of it as well. Like I told you this morning, it felt like somebody just punched me in my eye socket right here because it is so freaking sore. My eyes were watering up like crazy yesterday, and even today, it's super. I don't know what I did to. I don't know. Maybe I punched myself while I was asleep or what, but it feels like someone just socked me right here in the eye, and it's definitely sore and tender. But we're gonna press on, and we're gonna get through today's podcast. So
I can pretty much tell you why your eye feels sore and tender. It's because like someone punched it. It's because I punched it. I was like, take that while you're sleeping. And that was how my day went. It was very good.
anyways, yesterday we did our special showtime. We didn't go live Monday. We went live Tuesday.
Yes.
For our Drew Estates virtual event where we showed off the brand new Underground 10 as well as the Liga 10 Aniversario. The Aniversarios for us were a last minute addition. I didn't even know we had them until I think it was last week when the boss brought over 2 boxes of them.
That was crazy.
I got super excited. I was like, cool, I want a box. And he's like, no, we only have 2. And I was like, cool, 1 for me. And he's like, no.
Damn.
So for everybody that purchased a box yesterday, you were given the option to buy a Liga 10 Aniversario. Again, we only got 2 boxes. I think every store that's a Drew Diplomat store only got 2 boxes. They are extremely hard to get, and they only come out every couple of years. So if you guys still want to take advantage of that, you guys can go and purchase a box of any Drew Estate cigar you'd like, or a mix and match of 20, and that will count as a box as well. And then you guys will have the option to purchase the Liga 10 Aniversario. I can't say enough what a fun event it was yesterday. You know, Kara and Pedro, they always do a great job, and it just went really well. So thank you to everybody that watched, everybody that shared the video, everybody that commented, everybody that joined us, everybody that purchased stuff. All of you guys, thank you guys so much for making it such a great event yesterday.
Oh, 100%. Kara did a great job. Pedro, as always, does an amazing job on show. We are pretty much out of the Underground 10.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, we'll have some more coming in. That's not a guarantee, though. We will see what Mike says tomorrow. Hopefully, we're seeing him.
Yeah.
And that will let us know if we can get more in, guys. But those deals that you saw will still be running until the stuff is gone. So if you want to get a hold of the knife, the Chavetta cutter challenge coin, the bag, the swag, all of that will still be available.
Oh, the bag and swag?
The bag and swag, and everything in between. It'll all be there. And if you want a chance to hit some really cool stuff, you're gonna have to pay real close attention to Cigars and More Bakersfield for this weekend. Make sure you got the number. If that works for you, make sure you can get in there sometime Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. You are going to want to be there. I will tell you more tomorrow. That's as soon as I can, as soon as I'm willing to. Unless you've already been to the store, then you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, or who, what's the word I'm looking for, who are listening to this later on, yeah, this is a time thing, so I apologize. But I'm sure whatever time you go in there, even if it's years down the road, hello in the future, 2031, they probably still have cool stuff over at the shop to go in anyway.
Yeah, we put together some stuff earlier today while we were there, and we're excited for you guys to see and take advantage of these great deals that we have coming for you guys this weekend. So, if you guys can't come to the shop, you guys can always call them and get the deals. Again, please do understand that we have the California tax out here, so it might be a little bit more than you're used to paying, but that's how we have to do it out here. So getting into the cigar that we are smoking today, you guys, this is the Sinistro Mr. Red. This is the Robusto size. It is a San Andreas Mexican wrapper over Ecuadorian binder, and the fillers come from the Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, and the U.S. So it is a multi-country blend of cigars. This is the heaviest cigar that they made when they started off with their core line with the Mr. Black, the Mr. White, and the Mr. Red. I will say I like this band the best because of the red and the foil red on the matte black. I really dig the way he did that. I like the writing. I like the font. That red really pops on that matte black. So I've always been a fan of companies that use a matte black band with foil insignia on it and design on it. I think that looks great. My favorite one, I think, though, is probably the new Banker, the Herman's blend from H. Upman, because they use my very favorite color combination, which is like a medium to dark gray with that copper on it, and I think that looks phenomenal. But again, this is great too. So really great stuff to see. A great design on a great band.
100%. And as you said, it is the strongest out of the core line. I would dare to say it is the strongest offering that Sinistro has. The Honor Among Thieves gets up there in strength. The Scala version of the Last Cowboy gets a little bit up there, but I don't see any of them surpassing strength-wise
Not yet.
Mr. Red.
Not yet. Not until he comes out with something a little stronger. I will say the Scala version of the Mr. Red is probably my favorite Sinistro cigar. That Scala version, for you guys that don't know, it is a, I guess you'd call it a figurado shape. Yeah, I guess. Would you call it figurado?
Yes, I would. It's exactly what I would call it.
Okay. Anyways, it is tapered at both ends, but wrapped around it is that string of tobacco. And, it's the same blend. It's just a little tweaked on the size, but it looks absolutely fantastic. It smokes amazingly well. As a matter of fact, when we were up in Modesto, a guy was there. We were there for an event for Sinistro, and it was a great event. So thank you to James for letting us come for that. And there was a guy there, and he wasn't there for the event. He had his normal cigars that he liked to smoke. He just happened to be a regular, and he happened to be there at the time the event was going on.
It was just a Thursday to him.
Yeah, exactly. So he's sitting down smoking a cigar.
Little did he know his life would change forever.
Forever.
As the narrator in the room was saying, and everyone was wondering,
yes,
where's that voice coming from?
So I was talking to him and I introduced myself. I said, oh, yeah, I do a little Facebook and YouTube show. He's like, oh, that's really cool. So you're here for the event? I was like, yeah. I was like, what are you smoking? And I forget who he was smoking, but he said that, he likes stronger cigars. I was like, really? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay. So I was like, I'll be right back. So I went into the humidor. I grabbed this Mr. Red Scala. I handed it to him. I was like, here, bro, smoke this. Let me know what you think. He's like, okay. So he puts the cigar down. He clips it. He lights it up. He's smoking. I let him do his thing. I walked away. He comes up to me about maybe an hour later. He's like, bro, I bought the rest of the Scalas and I bought a box of Mr. Reds. These are fantastic. So
they speak for themselves.
Yeah.
Once you get that nudge, and I'm glad you did, as soon as you get that nudge into it, they are a phenomenal stick. Honestly, all three of the core line and everything else that might be included. And for those watching on Facebook right now live, I apologize. We do not go through the comments on this. This is actually the podcast time, guys. So this audio will be taken, put it over to Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, Anchor, and a couple other ones, wherever you might find your podcasts at, guys. So we are not ignoring you. I promise we'll get to the comments after the show. But you will not see this live on Facebook or YouTube or anywhere else ever again soon. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually going to be something special for Facebook supporters and for Patreon members.
Yes.
So even if you donate $1 into Patreon a month, you will see it live. Anyone who signs up to be a member of the Facebook supporter group, you will see it live, and it'll just be live for those guys. And I think maybe we could add a segment at the end of this one, the podcast, where we take questions from them.
We absolutely can.
And anything in the comments. What do you think?
I like that. I just want to touch on the Patreon stuff real quick. If you guys are Patreon subscribers, please note I do need your address. We have a couple of Patreon guys that selected not to leave an address. I messaged you, but I have not yet heard back. So I have your cigars of the month, but I can't send them to you if I don't know where you're at. Everybody else that falls into that category, they've either been sent out or they're here for you in town. And there is a special message about these cigars of the month for you Patreon people. So when you see that, make sure you answer the questions that I ask the best way you can. And you guys could actually win an extra prize for the best answer.
Top prizes.
For those of you that don't know what our Patreon offers, obviously you can pledge whatever you want. But when you sign up for that gentleman's agreement at $15 a month, you do get the cigar of the month shipped to you once every 2 months. So you'll get 2 cigars at once. It's just cheaper for us. I apologize. But it also helps you stick around a little bit. You also get some extra drawings just for Patreon members. And anytime we do a larger drawing where it's Patreon and Facebook members, you actually get 3 entries instead of just the 1. So extra chances to win unless Leo's in on it, in which case nobody really has a chance. Or Eduardo, then really. And if Eduardo, Leo, or the Giannis brothers are on there, don't even worry about it, guys. You're not going to win.
I think a pretty much clear house. I think we have to make a separate group just for everybody else. And
If
have
we
them
made a
fight over
separate
it.
wheel where it was just those 4,
Somehow.
somehow it would break and say there was a 4-way tie.
Oh, everyone won.
Yeah.
Everyone needs something. It was absolutely insane last time, but it was definitely awesome to see it happen 3 friggin' times. 3 times out of what? 6 spins, 7
spins?
Yeah. That's astronomically high to land on one friggin' name that many times.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was a fun show, though, you guys.
Oh,
So every last Friday show of the month now, it used to be Saturdays. Now we're doing it on Fridays
Yes.
at 2 p.m. Pacific time. We do our final show of the month, our final Friday show of the month, and that's when we do the giveaways.
Yes.
So you Patreon guys usually have your own giveaway. You Facebook guys get your own giveaway. And then, of course, we're going to start doing the birthday giveaway, the Best Ash giveaway. If you want in on either of those, if you have a birthday that month, go to the Bakersfield Gentleman Facebook page. Go to the top of the page. There is a post there that's pinned to the top. Put your name and birth date in there. You'll get in on that. Don't have to do anything else. We'll put you in a wheel. If your name's chosen, you win a prize. For the Best Ash contest, you're going to go to Cigars, Whiskey, and Beautiful Women. You're going to join that page. And then pinned to the top of that one, pinned to the top of that one is a post saying, show me your best ash. I used a picture of Ashley. I thought it was appropriate.
It is appropriate. It makes sense.
Plus, she looked adorable.
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah, so you put it doesn't have to be a long ash, you guys. It just has to be the best ash you have. You know, whether you're at the pool and you got a great view, whether you're barbecuing, whether you're pairing it with something awesome, you take a picture.
Whatever it may be.
Whatever you think is the coolest picture you have, show us your best ash. Put it in there. We're going to pick our top 4, and out of those top 4, we're going to put it to you guys to vote on who you think the best picture is, and then take that into account with a vote from Miguel and I, and whoever gets that win is going to get another prize.
Oh, my goodness.
You're getting a call.
I put on Do Not Disturb. How am I getting a call?
Who's calling?
I have no idea.
I apologize about that, you guys. We have this new software that lets us actually film from Miguel's phone, and somehow he just received a call even with Do Not Disturb mode on. So I apologize for that little hiccup right there, guys. That was pretty funny.
Irritating.
We got it fixed?
I think so.
Okay.
But
I felt something vibrate. I didn't realize
I thought
what
it was your phone, and then I see my screen, and then there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Irritating. Well, although Audio should still be working in that case because it's not hooked up to each other.
Yeah, we got a lot of cords going everywhere.
There are so many cords, but that's just we need more cords.
We
I
do.
need more cords and less cords
Yes.
at the same time. I don't trust Bluetooth stuff very much.
No.
If it's just for me listening to music or playing like a speaker, no problem. If it's for the show, no thank you. I need it hooked in, plugged in properly, not Wi-Fi, plugged into the internet. We got a long cord here. Thanks to Joey. Thank you, Peanut, from Girls, Gore, and Gin, and from Life, because he's a buddy of ours. He actually made the cord that we're using right now. We bought the, I think, 300 foot,
Cut it up.
and cut it to size. Like, hey, how big do you want? I want to practice making these. I figure you could use one, like 25 feet, like done, and then perfect. I love this thing. Cannot tell you how much help we've gotten from people like that to make the show work like this.
Yeah.
I mean, the first mic we were using is actually from Jeremy.
Yep.
He's like, well, what do you need? And I showed him, well, I'm going to get this one. Like, I got you. And now it's crazy good stuff right there.
And slowly but surely, we're upgrading stuff. You've since gotten a new computer. Since you had your old one that we had to plug around everywhere with the TV. We've got the new software so we can actually use the phone camera, which is a lot better than the old webcam.
That webcam was garbage. It finally died. In fact, there's another giveaway we're doing. This one's specific for summer. It's not going to be a monthly thing. This is show us your best picture of your barbecue and a cigar. It could be you barbecuing while you're smoking, or it could be the finished product. It could be anything barbecue relating with your cigars, and I'll be happy to see it. And you get a chance to win this summer's King of the Grill for the Bakersfield Gentleman 2021, along with 14 cigars.
Why 14?
One for every weekend of this summer. So you have something to smoke every single Saturday or Sunday or whenever you want to barbecue. So you're out there, you're in the heat, you're putting in work, you're also enjoying yourself. You got a nice cigar to go with it.
I love that idea.
I'm going to smash up that webcam on camera on that Sunday, the 20th, the start of summer. I'm going to celebrate by destroying that thing. And then I've always wanted to do, you take the cigar and you throw it in something,
It lights it on fire.
It lights it on fire, just like
Sons of Anarchy?
Yeah, just like Damon Pope did, or more accurately, Dennis did on Always Sunny.
Yes.
Which one was it though? I'm here.
I was gonna say it was the one where D's in the well.
Nope.
But that was Frank that did that.
Frank, and that was just matches.
That was just matches.
Okay, have some respect. No, I'm legend. All right.
I'm losing it.
It's the rivalry. They take all those Adderall and stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They race in gasoline.
Gasoline, I Am Legend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. It really was.
Let me down on that. Let me down. Although, of all the people on Always Sunny, I've seen Dennis in the least amount of other stuff, and he's the one I want to see the most in other stuff. No offense, I love Charlie Day.
Right.
I like the whole cast. But I want to see more Dennis out in the world. I want to see Dennis as Dennis in other stuff.
Yes.
That would be crazy
Yes.
and hilarious. Because then another person who does that kind of thing, the guy who plays Michael Weston. Yeah, I'm gonna get his name real quick. Because when you keep talking for me while I get this,
Okay.
and then I will bring up the point I was bringing.
Mike. Oh man, I know his name. It's on the tip of my tongue.
I know it too. But
And someone else is gonna answer it, and before you can get it up,
that's why I don't.
Jeffrey Donovan.
Jeffrey Donovan. You saw it in the comments.
No, I swear it wasn't.
Jeffrey Donovan has been in a few movies that I really loved. There was a zombie one that I liked. I love that.
Hitch.
Hitch. It was a small role, but he was still pretty dang good. And more recently, Shot Caller.
Yes.
With Jamie Lannister and a whole crew of people. Jamie Lannister, The Punisher, and somebody else. I forget who else.
There's quite a few people
Yeah.
you'll know from other roles as other characters in movies or shows,
It was crazy.
and you'll be like, "Wow, that's a really good cast."
Yeah. But he was in it as a leader of a white supremacy prison gang.
Uh huh.
And when I see his face and hear his voice and his acting mannerisms, I'm thinking, so when is he going to snap out of this and he's going to I'm Michael Weston, I'm here to help you.
Yeah.
Like every time, I don't care what it is, he's in an apocalypse situation. He's like, now I need some duct tape so I can fix this. Where the fuck's Fiona?
Yeah.
I apologize for cursing.
But speaking of movies and stuff like that, we watched the first episode of Loki today. It came out today from Marvel Studios. And if you guys don't want spoilers, please tune out for the next few minutes. I apologize. But we're going to get into it. I thought it was great. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of action going on. but it needs to set up the premise of what the series is going to be. I thought they did a great job. I thought, obviously, Tom Hiddleston does a fantastic job of playing Loki.
Oh yeah,
and
no doubt.
like you pointed out, they had a callback to the first Iron Man in there with the very similar crash landing in the desert, which I liked. I thought that was a good artistic point to do.
I like that.
The whole idea of how the show is going, it's a little confusing to me right now,
I hate it.
but I think it'll get better.
I hate it.
Why?
Because they just decided that the most powerful things they were looking for years worth of movie building up to this huge event, they're now paperweights. But there's something that was beyond that the entire time. And that if the timeline was really that messed up and, it needs to be corrected, obviously, what's the name was supposed to lose, then why didn't they step in then?
Mm-hmm.
If that all this has to happen that way. And literally you had a guy who looked at all the different ways time could have been predicted, but he never saw these people step in if they ever deviated from that one way it could have went.
Yeah.
After he looked several thousand times or something.
Yeah.
But in none of those futures he saw, there was never like a guy with a stick saying, "No, you're out of the timeline." I was super irritated by that. I was like, so you just retconned your entire series and made something more powerful, just on a whim because you wanted a 6 episode, because IMDb already has how many is going to be out, 6 episode arc to have Tom Hiddleston come back when you could have just had him come back. No one would have been sad about that. No one would have been upset about that. That's not what I'm arguing about. Just the fact that they decided, Infinity Stone? Meh. There's like 12 of them in this drawer.
That was funny to see.
It was funny,
That was
but then
funny to
when I thought about it, that's irritating. And the dude who's watching them is irritating me.
He's hilarious.
I don't like him.
He's like Juan Denver.
He's too much comic relief. Because you don't need anyone to be funny. Loki's already funny. Owen Wilson's going to be pretty funny because this is what he does. He's a lovable curmudgeon of a character. Not really curmudgeon, but you know.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm assuming the big villain is going to be Mephisto. Simply because, early on in the episode, they ask a little kid who caused all these problems. And I guess they're in some kind of church, but it had a stained glass window of the devil on there.
Yeah, there's lots of churches with that.
So, yeah, like that big though, huge freaking devil stained glass.
You go to Europe, you look at the original stained glass artwork. There's a lot of depictions of demons on those things.
Well, anyways,
Gothic churches.
So the little kid points to the picture of the devil. Obviously, Mephisto is. I mean, I don't think he's like the actual devil, but he's like one of many.
You're gonna be mad with Zazel.
Oh shit!
I'm back.
So obviously, I think that's where they're going with it, which could be kind of cool. Because then you could always, tie in Ghost Rider with that, which I think would be kind of cool.
Doesn't he go? That doesn't go into Scarlet Witch, does it?
I don't think so.
It's a different person I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you said they were going to show up in.
Scarlet Witch is going to show up in Doctor.
No. A villain of Scarlet Witch was going to show up on the show, and it was somebody else instead. They went with the witch lady, but you were saying some other dude was going to show up. Maybe it was Mephisto.
Yeah.
Okay, so he is a magic user. He's
one of the devils in the Marvel universe.
A devil.
Yeah.
Random devil. Okay. What about?
I don't think he's like the main embodiment of the devil. I just think he's a devil.
Because Marvel has God in there.
Yeah.
They've shown God.
Yes.
So that they show him devil, or is there a super devil?
I think there's a super devil. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
But that's who my guess is for the villain of this series. We'll have to wait and see as it kind of builds.
I was really sad that they killed off what's her name from the second Thor movie. No, third. Sorry, the third. Not Into Darkness or Darkness.
Ragnarok.
Thank you.
Hela.
Thank you.
She's not dead. She's the goddess of death. I don't think she can literally die.
Well, I hope she comes back because I thought she did a really good job. She was interesting.
Yeah.
Powers were pretty cool. They didn't tie her in. I thought she was supposed to be the daughter of Loki, and she turned out to be like their older sister or something.
Yes.
But that was a little different. But still good. And she was able to be beaten. Like she didn't, she wasn't completely overpowering, even though they had the other dude come in and kill her.
Mm-hmm.
So that was still interesting.
The enemy of your enemy, you know. That's how it goes,
That's very fair. And it's kind of funny you mentioning a devil or smoking Mr. Red right now.
right?
I didn't put that together. That was excellent work on your part. I don't think you did either.
I did.
You did
I
really.
went in the humidor and I was like, "Where are the Mr. Reds?
Oh, where are those Mr. Red? Because you were.
Where's the Diablo cigar?"
What am I going to smoke today? I'm going to quest. Anyway, I don't know. I still give it a very wary thumbs in the middle.
Better than Iron Fist, man.
Nah, at least Iron Fist, was punching some stuff.
Not in the first episode. Took him like 12 episodes to start punching things with his fist.
Yeah, about 12, 13 out of
Yeah.
the
Out of the
12,
5.
out of the 12
Out of
episodes.
the 5
series,
episodes,
yeah.
it took him 12 episodes to start punching.
Yeah, it was worse than what was that anime? Everyone, Dragon Ball Z, when they charged that big thing. It's like 8 episodes worth of charging. I didn't watch Dragon Ball Z all that
Me
much.
neither.
That's-
There's a lot of people that love it. I never got into it personally. But then again, I'm not into any really anime, really. Like Attack on Titan, I think the characters look cool.
I
but
think it looked dumb.
I never got into it.
I thought the Titans looked ridiculous. Yeah, I'm not an anime guy. There's some ones that I enjoyed, growing up as a kid, but it was just cartoons to me. I didn't know the difference. Cartoons is cartoons.
The tunes is the tunes,
Yeah.
is what you're saying?
Although cartoons are getting better these days because you got Bob's Burgers, still have South Park going strong, one of the longest running series out there.
Archer.
Archer's great. I think it kind of dipped a bit, but it's picked right back up.
No, I think it's great. Now that I've gone back and seen those episodes of the seasons that I missed, I thought it was really great.
So you're okay with those Coma episodes now? Like, got a little better.
I am. I thought they were good. I'm still on the last one. Was it the 1999?
1984.
Was it 84? Whatever it's called. No, I think it's 1999.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm episode 3 of that. The only thing I didn't like about Danger Island was Cyril and Ray's accents that irritated me the whole time. But the stories are good, and the way they end the stories are good.
Yeah,
So I like that.
yeah. No, I agree with that.
So what are your thoughts so far, Miguel, on the Mr. Red?
Now we have had this on the show many a times, and
We've had James on the show.
we're going to have it many more times in the future because it's a great cigar. It has a good heft to it as far as strength goes. It's good smoke output. It's burning very well. Some really deep flavors. You're going to get that bit of mineraliness that you get from a San Andreas wrap cigar.
Yes.
But it's not overpowering. You can still. I couldn't for the life of me point out. Oh, this is the flavors you get from the U.S. tobacco versus this. I know a lot of people can. I'm not that fancy, but I do know that those coming together is developing some great flavors. There's some good coffee and like chocolate note. There's that cinnamon spice coming from the wrapper. That's almost for sure because a lot of the times when I get a San Andreas wrap cigar, cinnamon spice is what I get. I love that in the cigar. I like that in a lot of stuff. I can add a little cinnamon in my coffee. Don't need sweetener anymore. I can throw some on toast. I don't know. I'm just different things. Anything you can think of, I probably could put it on.
Yeah.
Right? Put it on a steak. I don't know.
You never know. It might go.
Well, I'm not a tiger. Tigers hate cinnamon.
That's true. They love pepper.
They love pepper.
I was going to say, I do actually get a lot of leatheriness in this cigar. So if people are wondering what a leather note tastes like,
That
definitely smoke a Mr. Red, and you will definitely get that leather note, in my opinion.
I 100% agree with that. Yes, that is a good note to pull out of there. Yeah, I like where your head's at. But again, definitely up there in strength. This is a full body cigar. This is not medium to full. It is going straight to full.
Yeah, make sure you eat.
You want to eat before this.
And have a little bit of something sweet next to, a full sugary Coke, a little bit of chocolate, something like that on hand, just in case. For me, I can smoke this first thing in the morning when I wake up. I don't know why I'm like that, but I've always been able to do that with cigars. Well, not always. I take that back. It took me a couple of years before I was able to tolerate it the way I do now.
Oh, you got to get used to it. And
yeah.
then once you were,
The ones
you
I
realized-
was like, any time of day, I'll have a heavy cigar. I don't care. It's just the way I'm programmed, and I'm fortunate to be that way. So,
If
I
I'm
dig it.
if I'm in the mood, heavy cigar in the morning is not a bad thing.
right.
It's just usually I prefer my middle strength, my medium strength cigars. But there's so many good heavy cigars out there that I would never want to steer clear of them. Then you have your regular Coke, glass bottle Coke, the best out of those. Dr. Pepper, I think, is the next best choice right there. As far as full sugared sodas go, those are my two choices right there.
Now,
Root beer's right under that.
where would you put this in strength when it comes to those heavy cigars?
These
I'm talking
powerhouses.
your Jacob's Ladder Brimstone. I'm talking your Black Diamonds. I'm talking, some of the Opus that are up there.
I could.
Even the Cedars from Southern Draw is a pretty strong cigar in my opinion.
Hmm.
Your 505 or your Nicaragua from Roman Julieta. When it comes to strong cigars, where would you put this in the category? Would you put it towards the top with the strongest cigars you smoke? Would you put it in the middle, or would you put it in maybe strong cigar for sure, but not the strongest you've had? You've had stronger.
I would put it definitely not to the brimstone level. We're gonna go a couple down above the Black Diamond, probably in that Roma Craft strength as far as like the Cro-Magnon goes.
Okay.
Around that strength, a little bit heavier, right there. It's sinister, a little bit, just a little bit sinister. I like the explanation behind that, the whole Latin for left-handed. Yeah, that was good stuff.
Yeah.
Gotta get James back on to explain that one more time, just because I like what he does it better than when I do it.
So we have the PCA coming up almost a month exactly to the day, right?
It is a month for us. Is we'll be there in 1 month. And I did look up some news for it. It looks like yesterday LFD announced that they will not be attending,
LFD is backing out of the PCA for 2021.
along with 31 other companies. Not all just cigar manufacturers, but there are a couple of accessory makers. Yeah. Some of the bigger ones that you might be sad to hear: Altadis USA, Bugatti will not be there, Drew Estate, Davidoff. But then there are some what's what I'm looking for? Boutiques that I'm very sad that won't be there. Roma Craft, Costania, Jassim Crawl, DAV, La Sonrisa will not
Backed
be
out?
there.
Oh man.
I think that's probably just due to the same reason why Southern Draw isn't going, just to keep on the safe side, because there was some health issues that they want to take care of. And you know what? With Vegas being completely open, if you do have any reservations about the pandemic and COVID still lingering, it's your choice. Be safe.
Yeah.
And I appreciate them being safe for their sake. They're not telling anyone else what to do, but they're taking their precautions that they want to take.
Correct.
So that's how business should be done. It's towards the business. It's towards the individuals, towards the people who decide, you know what, I can sit it out for right now. It's okay. I'm just going to be safe. Going to keep health above all else. I'm going to get that. There was a book I was reading, Tools for Titans. It's literally just Tim Ferriss from his podcast of all these different CEOs and top athletes and doctors and gurus of different types of practices. And he just gets their information like, okay, how did you get to this high level? Multiple world champions in different sports. The first U.S. Gold medalist for women's wrestling. Her and her coach were on there together talking about how he trains people. Just any different thing that you could be the best at, he gets them on there. Oh, that was really cool. The guy who started the death race actually he was a stockbroker.
Really?
Yeah, stockbroker who
got something intense to do.
Yeah, his mind was just going crazy. He's like, well, have you heard of these ultra marathons? Like, okay, I'll do that.
Like Liz Lemon joining that Fight Club.
Exactly. Got it. So you got to keep the mind sharp, but sometimes that's physical actions what you need. And
the body will atrophy if you don't.
Yeah. But one of the most important things they talk about, it's like almost 80% of the people on there is that health comes first.
So cigars.
Not so much cigars, which I think they all,
they're
100%, 110% of them. No, just talk about if there is a chance that they're getting sick, that meeting gets canceled the next day. If they are supposed to go out to a party, but they haven't gotten their exercise in or their proper regimen of sleep, they cancel on that. They get their sleep.
Wow.
Because if you're not actually taking health first, you're going to pay for it later. And it's like, I get it.
I don't know. I mean, that to me, in my opinion, I think that's taken to the extreme. Obviously, these people are very successful, so they know what they're talking about, what worked for them.
Yeah.
But for me, if, especially when we're out things like PCA or TPE, if I only get 3 or 4 hours worth of sleep and the next day I got to be at the event all day long, get back to the hotel, shower, get dressed, get to the after parties, I'm not going to miss out on that extra partying because I didn't get a full 8 hours. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it pertains more to those moments, so you can do that stuff more efficiently. Like, go throughout the entire year.
I was pretty efficient partying with the guys from Luxury, okay?
Nah, I don't think so.
I was pretty
You were
efficient.
pretty lackadaisical. Your partying skills were weak. Subpar, even in some cases.
Subpar.
They were passé. The bourgeois.
Bourgeois, of course.
I can't think of any other words for it. Anyway, well, I think if you follow those rules through the normal part of your life, the 80%, because those 20% is where the big stuff happens. The PCA moments, TPE, different events. If you get to go to the Drew 25, you want to be at your best for those.
Right.
You take care of yourself. The other part, you have that leeway to push forward 100%.
I'm just my best all the time, though. See?
Oh, you're just firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
Just at all times.
Yeah.
There's no
just
stopping.
boom, 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 go, go, go.
I mean, sure, why not? But that book and a lot of the things in there actually like changing little habits here and there. I don't know if you saw it. I'm eating a lot more fatty foods right now.
I did notice that.
Yeah, trying to do the keto thing, and it is not as fun as I thought it would be. I love fatty foods. I like meat, but then I had like 1 cup of coleslaw yesterday, like a little cup, and I'm like, well, you screwed yourself. Good job. Like, well, unless I start eating straight up butter, I don't know what else to do. So I'm trying to find like what foods I can have.
Yeah.
And it's more confusing and more difficult than I thought it would be. It's like, because you just plug in the numbers, but the numbers aren't adding up to where I want them to be.
Numbers suck.
Numbers suck.
But I'm very much looking forward to PCA. It has been probably my favorite cigar event of the year for the last few times we've been. Even with the people that aren't going to be there, I still think it's going to be a successful event. Obviously there's still going to be people there like Oliva, like Dunbarton. There's going to be more. I know there's more. I just from the top of my head right now. Those are two that popped to mind.
I said that there's about 30 companies that aren't going. From last time, it was about 220.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking at a very large amount of companies still going. I think we're focusing too much on who's not going versus who will be there. It's that idea of instead of apologizing, thank someone for their accepting your
Fuente?
problem. Fuente will be there. Raquel will be there.
Gurkha
will be there. Sinistro will be there. We'll be there.
Roma Solomon.
From what I saw, yeah.
Warriors.
They'll be there, yeah.
So still tons of great people to talk to. A lot of them. So lots of great people to go see. So I am definitely looking forward to the PCA this year. It's a fantastic event, and I did not want to miss it since we didn't get to go last year.
No, 100%. Not gonna miss it 2 years in a row.
No,
I don't care if they double Corona it, which some people do. For instance, Drew Estate did. They did a double Corona on the Undercrown 10, and I would have loved to have had one. They're gone.
They're delicious.
They're all gone. I didn't have one.
I had one.
I had the
I had one
Robusto.
Because I thought we were selling them as individuals for that box.
Jabroni.
And then the gentleman comes in and is like, I want a box of double Corona.
What?
I was like, well, how about 19 of them instead? Luckily, we found another box.
And now we're out of boxes. We are the 19 too.
Yes, we are. We
They
sold
are
them.
gone. But there's still quite a bit of swag left.
That was our job, though. Our job was to sell those cigars, and we sold them. So
Did it too well. I wanted more for myself, and now that's done.
yeah, because Cam came in and
Cam bought the last
Yep.
two. Yeah. You know what? I think we could just. I know because this isn't going to come out till this weekend. We'll just go ahead and tell you guys. If you get 10 Drew Estate cigars this weekend, Friday to Saturday or Friday to Sunday, I don't know if Trina will do it for you now. You can ask. You can beg her if you want. Go over there now. But if you get 10, you get your choice between the Liga T52 toiletry bag and the accessories that come with it. You can choose the Shade for Days tin and all the accessories there, or the Herrera Esteli tin and all the accessories that come in there. And
Yeah.
any one of those will also get you a raffle ticket to get 2 of the Herrera Esteli canvas folding chairs, which are very comfortable. I sat in one. They're nice. I tested them for you. Don't worry.
in the Herrera Sleep box, you're going to get the Domino's kit. You're going to get the notepad. You're going to get the flag. And you're going to get the coasters. In the Shade for Days, you get the beach bag. You get the flag and the hat. I think there's something else in there.
Charger.
And the charger, that's right.
That's I didn't know we were gonna memorize all that. So what comes in the T52, Frankie?
In the T52 bag, you obviously get the little shaving kit bag.
Awesome.
You get the cufflinks, which are a little off. Like they're not gold like T52. They're a little bit more bronzy.
It's bronze like the bag itself, the zipper part.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it looks nice.
You are going to get the slim wallet. You get the socks, and you get the luggage tag, which all look very, very nice. All great stuff. So definitely do that.
Yeah, it's we want people to get this swag, And I know the Underground 10 got a lot of love because it's wonderful, beautiful stuff they're including with it. But the rest of it's not to be taken lightly either.
No.
I really love that 3 case. I wish we had more of them.
Yeah.
For this from Herrera to Lee. The Shade for Days hat is really cool.
Yeah, that bucket hat.
Yeah, and I like the Dominoes set. I think if we can get a hold of one, we should put Dominoes on the podcast.
We should. I would destroy you.
Probably. I don't know how to play Dominoes. 100%. I don't
definitely
know.
win. I can make up the rules as we go.
Oh, you can't put that.
Oh,
one
you
in.
put down that double six? Oh, that's I might have lost.
Yeah, you gotta do a shot.
Yeah.
We should do
shot dominoes or shot 21.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Yeah, if you guys want to see Miguel get super drunk, we'll play Madden shots.
No,
We will hook that up. We will play Madden shots. Miguel could have his precious Buccaneers, and I will play with any random team that pops up.
Fine, you can play with the random team I just thought of. Oh yes, you can play with the Patriots without Tom Brady.
I'll still beat you.
Well,
It'll be a good preview to Week 4 of the NFL next year or this year.
You mean your fantasy? Because it's not gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Frankie, Tom Brady won't allow it.
Tom Brady might not even play this year. He had knee surgery.
He's fine. Okay. What do you call it? The lady I was telling you about. Oh no, there's a different one. She had her knee surgery. No, it was knee surgery. Yeah, it was a knee surgery, and then 6 weeks later, she won the Ironman marathon. She literally won it. Not came in first for women. She beat everybody. 6 weeks after surgery.
Well, obviously they put a mechanical knee in her. They gave her unfair advantage.
They put in vibranium knee.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It just
They gave her a knee that every time she tensed it and flexed it, it shot her like 40 yards down the thing.
It threw a shell behind her to second place.
Mm-hmm.
It's proper training. And there's one thing that Tom Brady does. That's proper training.
And win.
Does it nonstop. He's nothing but a winner.
Yeah.
Right? Even when he loses, it's usually he comes out on top somehow.
I think by next week, we will be in the double digits until the NFL season starts. Yeah. So what we'll do is I will get a printout of the Buccaneers games and a printout of the Patriots games, and we'll go through their season, and we'll see if we can determine win-losses for next year.
Easy. Win. Buccaneers? What give me a week.
Week 4.
Win. Give me another week. Go ahead.
17.
Might be a bye week. I don't know. But if it's not, win. Week 30, which there is not, it's going to be a win.
Anyways, that's all I got for today, Mike. What about you?
Other than that, that is what I wanted to talk about, guys. I wanted to go briefly over some of the companies that won't be there. But again, I think we should focus on the ones that will be there. And PCA needs to do me a solid and release that list.
They'll do it soon because they have a map so you can plan out where you're going to go.
Yeah.
So they'll have that soon.
Yeah. But that's what I really want to talk about as soon as we can.
Yeah.
Most likely on the podcast so we have more time to just go through something like that, a little longer form. Apologize for not watching those movies from the Apple TV originals. I'm going to get to some of those this week. I was on the same schedule you were. I thought we had another day to watch at least one of them, but just did not happen. I'm very disappointed in myself. I'm trying to watch more originals or movies that I haven't seen before, so we have more content to talk about. And there's a bunch of them out there that I've not seen that I didn't realize. That it's just a credible list.
Mm-hmm.
It just keeps growing. We didn't talk about The Devil Made Me Do It. We just watched that.
I didn't want to talk about it because I have a date to go see it, and in case she watches, I didn't want her to know that I already saw it. So
wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that was you should have told me that part.
Thanks, Mike. Thank you very much.
Well, I watched it, and the devil didn't make him do it.
No, he didn't.
Spoiler alert at the end. It was a Shyamalan twist. It was actually Mephisto made him do it. Anyway, we're done. We're done with this, guys. Y'all have a great one. The Mr. Red from Sinistro, smoking absolutely wonderful. What size was this? Well, we look at the Robusto. It's actually given us already 45 minutes. So this is going to be a good hour and 15-minute Robusto right there. Great burn time on that. Burned very solid the entire time. The ash fell off in good inch and a half chunks. I did tap it many times just because I didn't want it to fall on my lap.
Yeah.
On myself, not the cigar itself. Line is perfectly burning. That leatheriness that you talked about earlier, definitely still in there. I mean, that was a great describer right there. What's the word I'm looking for? What's the proper
flavor note?
I guess flavor note. There's a word for descriptor. Descriptor. Yeah.
Adjective.
Yeah. That's a little more nerdy, but that's fine. You can be a nerd.
Before we get out of here, though, you guys, I do want to address 2 comments really quick that I saw. Jeffrey, as far as people bought cigars yesterday, but in on the raffle, you'll have to call Trina. That's a Cigars and More call. That's not our call. So you'll have to talk to her to find out that question. I don't know the answer to that one. I think this one was more for people that are buying other cigars that aren't going to get the swag because we've run out of swag. So I think that's why they're getting that extra raffle.
Yeah, these guys, if you do this deal, you are not getting Undercrown 10 swag. You are only getting the older swag.
Yeah, so that's kind of why I think they're doing that, so they can give away some of the older swag stuff.
You know, I can get a hold of everybody that bought yesterday. I'll call them up. I'll just tell them their ticket number. I'll get
Well, I don't know if they're getting tickets, so that's why they have to call Trina and find out.
For the chairs, at the very least, I'll give them our chairs too. All right, we'll have 2 chair raffles in there.
A 2-chair raffle.
Frankie's chairs are given up. Don't worry. You can have Frankie's chair. You have the one he's sitting on right now, although you don't want it because they're dirty old chairs.
Yeah, there was Black Widows all over. You definitely don't want it.
That's another.
And as far as Jeff goes, it's interesting that he says he's going to go watch his first cricket match today. I don't know why, but I've been watching cricket recently. I don't know why. I still don't fully understand the rules. It seems like playing over the line to me.
The rules.
Yeah.
They're all over the backyard. There's no rules to them. They just go wherever they feel like.
So it's interesting to me that he's going to watch his first cricket match, and I've been actually watching cricket. I don't understand it still, but it seems like an interesting game. So hopefully sometime when Jeff gets back, we'll sit down and talk some cricket when he gets back into California.
Cricket talk. I'm gonna steer clear of that conversation because cricket looks boring to me. But
You just don't understand it.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. I have to learn. You gotta learn.
Yeah, you do. Other than that, you guys, that'll do it for us. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast. The Second Third podcast is filmed almost every Wednesday here at Clever's Lounge Live. It is brought to you by Wasatch Video, sponsored by Cigars and More, Bakersfield on Rosedale Highway. And you guys, we will catch you next week with another podcast. Thanks a lot.
Have a good one.